be weird.
All right, good afternoon and welcome from Argos High School. I'm Steve Stricker, and we are going to do a little bit of a Media Day state final preview. Your Argos Lady Dragons are headed down to Indianapolis in 2 days to take on the Jack Sandell Lady Eagles for the state championship game in Class A. We've got Kennedy Binkley here with us this afternoon, and we're just going to go through everybody and ask a few questions and just kind of get their perspective on the week in general and the season in general. So, Kennedy, first off, welcome.
Hi.
You got to talk. There you go. So, in a little bit more than 12 hours, you're going to be boarding a bus, and you guys are going to be headed down to Indianapolis for the state championship game. Has that sunk into you yet?
I thought about it for a couple hours, but it really has not hit me yet, and I don't think it will until I'm on my way to Indy.
Yeah, I think once you see that bus and you get in there and you think, okay, this is it, we're on our way. But I've been watching some game film, and I really think if you guys play the way you guys have been playing, I really think you guys got a really good shot at this.
Yeah, Coach sent us a link to watch some game film for Jacksonville too, and I was looking at them, and I was just thinking about how we play, and then I was thinking about how they play. And if we play how we have been playing in the last couple of games, I think that there's a good chance that we can.
And the big key thing for you has been your defense. You've really sparked the team defensively here all season, but especially in the postseason. Is that something that you've kind of, done on your own? Has Coach Teal said, hey, Ken, we need you to do defense, or where did that all come about?
Well, Coach Teal, he's been putting me kind of face guarding people lately, and I think just the intensity of each game has just been picking up my game lately. I know it's big time now.
There's our part-time helper, Andy Stone, showing up late as usual.
That's not a big surprise. But, yeah, I just think that I've just realized that this is sectionals, this is regionals, this is semi-state, and now this is state, and I just know that I got to pick up my game each game. So,
well, I think you guys have done an excellent job of handling, as you've said, going from sectionals to regionals to semi-state. You guys have really done a great job of making it a game and not really letting the moment get too big for you.
Right. Well, before each game, we always say that we need to come out with a 10-0 run this quarter. Each quarter, we try and get a 10-0 run. And, our intensity during warm-ups, I think, is what really gets us, ready to actually play. And then with the beginning of each quarter, how we say, we want a 10-0 run. And, we just do that, And it kind of sets the tone for the game, too.
Well, great. We wish you the best of luck, and we hope that the next time we get to talk to you, it's with a great big, blue ribbon
right.
on there with a state championship. So best of luck here, Kennedy.
Thank you.
And we'll probably talk to you Saturday afternoon after you guys win the state.
Let's do it.
All right. So we thank Kennedy for joining us here for a minute. And where did Andy go?
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, Andy took off on us, so grab one of the other girls and send up here for me,
Will do.
And we'll keep going.
Thank you.
All right, thanks, Kennedy. All right, that was Kennedy Binkley. She is the starting forward for the Argos Lady Dragons. And like we said, Kennedy has really sparked this team. You can tell things really get rolling starting on the defensive end. This Argos team is really a defensive team first. And they've done an excellent job. They're ranked second in the state of Indiana in all classes in their defensive, average, holding the team to 32 points per game. So you can tell Kennedy really is very prideful of her defense, and we hope that things can continue on in that direction. So got Macy Stricker here getting mic'd up and getting ready to join us. And Macy, the thing I'm going to ask everybody first is a little more than 12 hours from now, you're going to be boarding a bus to get on to go to Indianapolis to the state championship game. Is that really sunk in yet?
Not at all. Not really. I mean, I take it as another game.
Well, and that's, I talked to Kennedy about that. That's the thing that you guys have done really well. As the size of the stage has increased, from sectionals to regionals to semi-state, you guys have done a really good job of just making it another game.
Yeah, we come out, we just more focused, and it's just another game to us, but we never think of if we lose, we're done. We think if we win, we're moving on.
Right. Well, you're not moving on anywhere after Saturday,
yeah,
but
no.
It sure be nice to bring home some great big huge hardware from the state championship. So one question I had wrote down for you, and you're 15 years old, sophomore in high school, can't even drive a car by yourself yet, and in Saturday morning you're going to be starting the game at Bankers Life Fieldhouse for a state championship. How do you handle those emotions when you get down there? Do you have a breathing technique or a plan, or what's your plan for getting down there and turning it, like you said, just making it be another game?
I'm focused. I just come out and play my game. I don't think that I have to do anything different because what I do works for the team and helps the team out.
There's been several instances in the postseason. Courtney and Val obviously get a lot of attention from the defense, and you've picked up your scoring per game by a couple points from the regular season to the postseason, and those points in the game where it seems like Kennedy or Val is guarded and Courtney are guarded, it seems like you've been able to really step up and step in and fill up the role and drawing some defensive pressure away from them. Is that something that you see on your side of it?
Yeah, I see that if Val is being guarded or Courtney when she gets face guarded, I know someone else has to step up and take the shots that are needed because we need those points even if they are guarded.
Well, you can bet for sure on Saturday that the Jack Sandell Lady Eagles are going to have a sharp eye on both Courtney and Val. So I think it'll be a good opportunity for you, and I think with your size inside, you should have a big advantage with Kaylin and Anna too. So we wish you the best of luck on Saturday. Obviously, we want you to be successful and bring home some hardware. So any last comments that you want to say? This is going to be on for prosperity.
Nope, it's just another game.
Just another game. All right, Macy Stricker proclaims the state championship game is just another game, but as long as they keep doing what they've been doing all season long and they pull in a win, then we'll take it. So thanks for joining us, Mace, and best of luck to you on Saturday.
Thank you.
Thank you. So I'm going to
Shanna's sitting out.
Okay. All right. Well, I am joined by my cohort in crime, Mr. Andy Stone. And Andy, I know you had to work today, so I'm sorry for that.
It's all right.
We are in the midst of the blizzard of 2016. It's been quite the active week here, trying to get everything arranged. And the girls nobody's been in school for 2 days, and it's been interesting, but it's going to get real interesting here in about 12 hours.
Yeah, I mean, this is huge for the school. It's huge for the players. And basically, Mother Nature is doing everything they can to battle against us. And we tried to say, I was telling my own daughter and as many kids as I could talk to, just keep in your daily routine. Even if we don't have school, go to bed at the same time, get up at the same time. Try to do everything that you have been so you're not breaking routine. and therefore you may not end up a little tired or sluggish Saturday or so on and so forth. But, yeah, it came at the most inopportune time, but we're going to battle through it like we always have. It's just one more thing that the girls are going to have to overcome that they have all season long, and weather is definitely something we can't do anything about. So,
well, I don't think it's going to end up affecting them too much. They've only missed one day of practice, basically. A couple of days of school, and you guys are ready for it, aren't you?
Yeah.
We're joined by sophomore forward/guard Shanna Miller. And Shanna, the first question I've been asking everybody is, in a little more than 12 hours, you guys are going to be getting on a bus to head down to Indianapolis for the state title game. Has that concept sunk in with you yet?
Well, I don't think it's sunk in quite yet, but it's really exciting to think about. So.
I talked with Kennedy, and I think once you see the bus and you're getting your stuff and you're loading on the bus, but it'll sink in real quick. The community support for you guys has been tremendous. Andy said, about the community, and do you, being, 15, 16 years old, 16, I guess in your case, can you comprehend what you guys are doing for the community and what this has meant to everyone else?
Well, it's something to give the community to watch. I mean, people want to see that. They want to see us being successful and just giving them something to be there to cheer for us for.
Is there anyone that you would like to thank while you have the opportunity? We're gonna put this together and put it as part of the pregame for the state championship. So, anybody that you'd like to give a big shout out to?
My family. They just support me really well.
Okay. Andy, you got any questions for Shanna?
Well, I mean, not really a question about. I got to tell you, you've been part of this school since day one. You come in and you've grown up here with lots of close friends, and your family, your mom and dad are huge supporters of you, and we know them all very well. We've been together for a long time in the community, and I got to tell you, you guys as players, you won't really truly understand this and how big it really is for a few years down the road. I think Kelsey understands now because she kind of lived it, but not to this magnitude, and she can really see this second time around as an adult how much this means to the community. So, I got to tell you, we enjoy watching you guys. We've always watched you. We've always enjoyed watching you girls play. You've had success in the past. You go back to junior high, you go back to 5th grade. You guys have always worked hard, and it's not just in basketball, but I tell you what, it's blossomed to where you guys keep making everybody proud no matter what, whether you win or lose. So I hope you guys just go out and relax and do your thing.
I hope we do too.
Well, we'll let you go, but when you get down there, just, you're there to work. You're there for a reason. You want to win a championship, but just take a minute and absorb everything. I mean, you're going to be in one of the biggest buildings in the state of Indiana, and just take it in. It's kind of like on the movie Hoosiers, where they measure the rim and measure the free throw line, and it's 10 foot. The free throw is still going to be 15 foot, but it's going to be an experience like you've never had in your life. And Andy and I obviously never had anything like this, so we appreciate you guys taking us along for the ride, and hope you enjoy every minute of it, and hopefully we can come home with a great big huge state title trophy.
Yeah.
All right, that is Shanna Miller. She is a sophomore forward for the Argos Lady Dragons, and we thank you for a minute of your time. Good luck, and go get them.
Thank you.
All right. Grab Val or Courtney or somebody there. All right. All right. So we're going to continue on here, and this kind of an impromptu thing, Andy. We're not really, scripted out or anything. Which, if you've watched us this year,
never been scripted.
You know that that's the way we roll. So,
just so you know, I am presenting in the pep rally.
Okay.
I'm sure they didn't tell you. They asked me to do it.
I wasn't.
So,
we weren't going to commentate that. I was just going to do some film on it.
Just film on it. Yeah. So just so you know, I will be presenting some little things for the girls.
All right.
And actually, we're going to be watching a clip from Hoosiers, so
Cool.
you're on the same page. So
Talk about the community support, and we've, this is an expensive endeavor, but I asked Michelle the other night. I said, "Where are we at? What do we need?" She's like, "It's covered.
We got it covered.
Everything
financially,
is covered.
it is a huge burden for the school to go down, the charter bus, all the little things, everything that you could imagine. Nowadays, nothing's free. So we've had huge supporters. We've had huge people contribute. And actually, we're going to end up getting a complete list of all contributors, and we're going to get a thank you thing. And I know that the girls are already working on sending out thank you cards and stuff for those people. But it's huge expense, and they've already got it covered because this community knows how big this really is.
All right, we're joined by the junior point guard for the Argos Lady Dragons, Courtney Dunlap. Courtney, first off, congratulations on reaching this wonderful point in the basketball season.
Thanks.
Macy came home one day and said, Coach Teal was talking, you guys realize there's only 8 teams in the state of Indiana as far as girls that are practicing right now. That's pretty special. Your team has handled this whole run very well. You're obviously you're the team leader. You kind of gel everybody together. You guys have been able to keep things loose.
Yeah.
And not let the moment get too big. Do you think that that's going to be the case when you get down there on Saturday?
Yeah, I do. I think it will. At first, I think the practice, no one else sees the practice, but the practice is when we all freak out.
Right.
but come game time, we're all calmed down. It's just another game. We're going to go out there and do what we do. And that's our mentality.
Personally, you've stepped up your game huge here in the postseason. You're up over 10 points a game from your regular season average. You're right at 26 points a game. Has that been a conscious effort? And it's not like you've done it in, taken away from other players. Val has stepped up her game. Macy stepped up her game. Kennedy stepped up her game. Yeah,
I mean, everyone stepped up. Everyone's accepted this pressure and accepted the challenge of winning these important games, and we do our job even better than what we did in the season.
Have you guys had a scouting report yet from Jack Sindel? And if so, what do you think is going to be the keys to pulling this one off?
Yeah, I've watched a lot of game film on this break that we've had. They're quick, they're aggressive, they're very physical. They're going to be a good team. Obviously, they made it to the state just like we did. They have a good post presence, and I forget her last name, new something. They're a good team. They don't have anyone that averages 25 points a game. They all average 10 to 13, and they can all score 10 to 13 in a given game. So you're not just focusing on one player; it's the whole team.
Yeah, sometimes it's harder when you have a team like that to really lock your defense down. But you guys are ranked number 2 in the state of Indiana in defensive average, so I think you'll do just fine there. The one thing, do you think Newhart is she's a 5'8" post player for them.
Yeah.
Don't seem to be overly tall.
Yeah.
Is there a conscious effort going to be made to really work the ball inside on Saturday?
I don't know. I haven't seen them post player like Kaylin or Anna. So I don't know how big of an advantage they'll have in that offensive set. But it's just a hard team to play against because all 5 people can score, which means all 5 people have to defend really well. So it'll be a challenge. I'm ready for it.
Yeah, I think everybody's ready for it, and we talked before the semi-state game, and you guys have done a really great job of making it into just another game. And like you said, you go through the practice, you get kind of accustomed to the whole sight line of the gym and everything like that, and come out on Saturday morning and take care of business, right?
Yep.
Any questions you got?
Well, I mean, you're going down. You're going to have this big, I guess, pressure, but it's not really pressure, and you guys have the proper mentality of it. It's just another game. You have to do your job. The biggest thing is, it's not really a question, but I got to tell you, you're not just doing it for yourselves.
No.
You're doing it for
This
everybody.
Yes.
And you know what? That sometimes adds to the pressure, but I think that you guys are going to be just fine.
Yeah.
And I've said it before, you know, when it comes down to predictions and this and that, well, I don't hold any water to them because everybody
No.
has to play the game, and that's why you play all the games. You don't just hand a trophy out and says, well, you're supposed to win it. Both teams that are in it weren't supposed to win it. So
That's right.
I tell you what, you guys just keep doing what you're doing, and I think we're going to be just fine.
I think so too.
All right, Courtney, thanks for a few minutes of your time, and best of luck down there, and go get it.
Thanks.
Bring it back for the whole town of Argos.
We will.
All right. Thanks to Courtney Dunlap. She's getting ready to head down, so let's send Val up. All right. So, Andy, you talked about the predictions, and yeah, you look at the John Harrell prediction, and I think a lot of it is the, obviously he goes off the Sagarin ratings.
Yeah, well,
But,
John Harrell, Sagarin ratings, they don't all come into, what the situation is, who they are, so on and so forth. And actually, I've never really, but I love being the underdog. I love the fact that, South Central was supposed to beat us.
Mm-hmm.
And then we made it past that with a tremendous effort out of the girls. And then all of a sudden it was going to be Michigan City Marquette's coming out. They're going to win this, and we're going to be out of it. Well, as we found out, that wasn't the case. Then all of a sudden, North White just beat them, so now you got to climb that hill. Well, there wasn't much of a hill. They were spent, and tremendous work out of them, but they did everything they could to win that first game that day. Lady Dragons persevered, did what they needed to do. And then they went out, and a lot of people were questioning. Yeah, John Harrell did have Argus winning by 11 maybe.
Yeah,
over Tri-Central.
Yep.
And the Lady Dragons play their game to one of the best of their abilities, which we've known they've always been capable of, and they win by 30.
Yeah,
all right,
doubled them up.
That is a huge, huge difference between a prediction and an all-out finishing of quality, And so I tell you what, they got us kind of 8 points down?
49, I think. 49-41, yeah.
Well, I'll tell you right now, I disagree with that, and Val and the girls are going to show us that that's wrong.
All right, speaking of Val, we're joined by Val Rose Popo, the senior shooting guard for the Argus Lady Dragons, and what a senior season you've had there, Val. It's been a wonderful thing. Nobody really expected us to be at this point in the obviously in the postseason, but a little bit more than 12 hours from now, you guys are going to be getting on a bus, and you're going to be heading south on 31, going towards Indianapolis to play in the state championship game. Has that sunk in?
No, it hasn't. It's so weird to think about. I mean, obviously I've thought about it, but I just feel like it's a dream. I mean, I just feel like I'm going to, wake up tomorrow and my mom's going to be like, oh, you guys lost in regionals or something like that. It's just so unreal to think that we're going to state. It's awesome, though.
The community support all around has been just tremendous. They, it started obviously in sectionals. You guys pulled off the huge win versus South Central. The community support following down to Caston for the regionals. You had a huge crowd down there, and then even bigger. And I expect it's going to be even bigger when we get down to Indy. And you've got to feel the support coming from the community, and it's just got to fuel you guys, doesn't it?
Oh, it really does. I mean, it's really something coming from a small school and especially for semi-state, heading down to Crown Point and having not only a ton of support from you parents, but also getting there and seeing different people from the community who, not to be rude, but I would have never expected them to see them there. I mean, it was kind of a shock, just to see how many people really do support us, how many people really are there for us. And I mean, I speak for myself when I say I walked out of that locker room and getting ready for waiting for the 20-minute warm-up clock to start. I just took a second and looked up in the crowd, and I was just dang, this is why we do it, though, because the support from the community is unbelievable, and they really do push us to go farther and play better, and especially the South Central game for sure. I mean, in the third quarter when we were making our comeback, it wouldn't have been as awesome if we wouldn't have had everyone there cheering us on, like telling us we could do it. You know, like we could have easily gave up in the first half. We could have easily just played through the second half and still lost, but like we didn't, because like we came out of that locker room at halftime and we heard everyone telling us like we could still do it, and I think that's special for sure.
You've really stepped up in the postseason. You've increased your points per game by almost 5. Your shooting percentages have gone through the roof. When you guys get down there, you know, the venue, everything, how do you get down there and just make it another game?
I think that's going to be one of the toughest things for us. I mean, obviously it's going to be a huge place. I mean, we're going to walk in and it's probably going to overwhelm us, but I think the most important thing is keeping our heads in the game, like keeping in the game mentally, because we can't just go in there and let the excitement take us out of the game. Like it is very exciting, and it's truly awesome that we are going to be down there to play for the state title, but we can't blow our chance. You know what I mean? Like we have to stay in it mentally, and I think the best way to do that is just keep reminding ourselves, you know, this is another game. Like the basket is still 10 feet tall. The floor is still the same dimensions. Like nothing about the game has changed. There's still travels. There's still double dribbles. Like everything is the same. And I think once that first whistle blows and tip-off happens, I think we need to settle into the game as soon as we can so we don't let them get off to a quick start.
I'd say that's been our biggest area of improvement
Yeah.
for the last 3 games, as
Yes.
we have not started slow. We've started straight into our program, and when we're following that, we're dominant, and you can see the result.
Yeah, I honestly think that is truly the reason why we have been so successful in regionals and semi-state, because we've played good quality teams, but we took them out in the first 5 minutes. I really truly believe that that's why we were so successful in those games.
You could really tell that right from the tip against Tri-Central. You know, Courtney took it all the way down and got fouled right off the bat, and it was like the tempo was set for you guys.
Yeah.
Jack Sandell is going to be really gunning, I'm sure, for you and Courtney. But you've had that kind of bullseye on your chest all year, and people have not really been too successful with stopping that.
Yeah.
Talk about, how it is that you can still push through the extra defensive pressure, you and Courtney, and still be successful.
I just think I'm going to give Courtney a lot of credit on this one, because Courtney does an excellent job of dribble penetration. And even games when they like double up on her, she still finds a way to get in there. And she's smart in knowing, like when she does that not only helps her, but that helps me too, because when Courtney is driving to the lane time after time and getting there, they're gonna like pack in, and then that's when she knows to kick it out for me to shoot. So I really think the key is going to be for Courtney to do that again. I mean, she's done an excellent job all season doing that. She knows when to drive, she knows when to dish, and she really is the reason why I get open so many times, because they have to pick their poison. They have to either sink in on her and not let her drive, or they have to pull out on me and not let me and Macy shoot. But I mean, it's hard for a team to do both of those, so I think that's why we're so good at like execution.
Yeah, and if they do stop both of those, then she has the availability of a 6'2" girl.
Yeah.
To kick it in.
Barlow, and
Yep.
that's the third option, and that was really evident. When we were down there for sectionals, because they started to collapse on Courtney. Or first half they left you open, then second half they got on you. Courtney started to, and then they started to shut that down, and you guys just started feeding Barlow, and she had quality games. So it is hard when you guys for other teams to stop so many weapons. That's what we've talked about. Our bench has been tough, and we have shooters available, and we have quality coming in. And you're right, you girls have exploited the other teams. But, yeah, the biggest thing is, like I said, you guys started off saying, hey, this is what we're doing, and we're going to do it the whole game. And you guys have pretty much done that the entire game, and that's where you want to be at the end of the season.
Yeah, we're playing the best ball we have all season right now, and, I mean, we couldn't have picked a better time.
Right.
You betcha.
My little piece of advice to you is enjoy every moment that you have down there, but you guys also have a job to do.
Yep.
So, take a deep breath when you walk in the building, look around, enjoy it, and then say, okay, this is the floor, this is the rim, this is what we've got to do. So enjoy it, but also, go down there as a work trip and bring home some hardware. This town, it's not gonna make a difference whether you guys win or lose as far as the pride the town has felt, but you guys are already Argos legends, and can you just imagine coming home with that hardware? You guys,
oh my gosh,
you guys would be the Argos legend.
You will see a side of me you've never seen before if we win. I promise you that. I will go nuts.
Well, that's one thing that I've explained to a lot of the girls. You guys may not understand the magnitude. When we say you are history making, you are. This is just the way it is. People still talk about the Malone and Calhoun and the Odell boys and this and that from '79. Now, that was a few years ago, but they still talk about it. It's on YouTube. You can watch and listen to the announcer still gets chills when he talks about him announcing it back in '79. And I tell you what, there's a couple times where we're watching and we're talking, and you guys do that stuff. It's just going to be amazing, and you guys have made history, and I think that your guys are going to make even more on Saturday.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. I mean, it is really weird to think about that we've made history. I haven't really thought about that part yet. It's just, it's weird to think that the way people talk about the 79 team now is how they're going to talk about us, 30 years from now. That's what's crazy. But
they're going to talk
awesome.
about the 18
I can't wait till
points
Saturday.
in a row towards the end of the game. We got 12 in a row. Okay, let's just leave the hand up because that one's going in as I walk down the field. I know you did. We watched it. It was great. Sometimes you got to have that confidence. And you knew it was in. You betcha. So.
All right. Well, Val, best of luck. You've got one more game in your high school career, and you couldn't ask for a better way to go out. You're going to be in the state title game, hopefully as a winner.
Yeah, hopefully.
All right.
Thank you, guys.
Congratulations, and best of luck to you. And shoot Kaylin up here if you can.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. Thanks, Val. That's the one thing, Andy, that none of these kids can really comprehend. I mean, you can talk about it with them and everything.
Yeah, they don't understand. And at that age, we never would have understood. And nobody does.
But for them to have this opportunity in front of them, oh, my goodness. This is just, it sends chills up my spine just thinking about it. And
you're going to have to handle this one on your own.
You got to go.
We got to get it arranged because I'm handing out gifts to the players as we do this.
All right, so the segment's going to get better. Andy's leaving.
I'm leaving. You get rid of my ugly mug.
All right. Well, thanks, Andy. If you get back. All right. So Andy's bailing out on me. Go over here, Kaylin. Andy's leaving, so he didn't want to have an interview with you.
All right.
All right, you there?
Yep.
Okay, we're joined with Kaylin Barlow, the 6'2" senior center for the Argos Lady Dragons. And I've asked everybody this question, Kaylin. Actually, I got to ask you the first. Is it Kaylin or Kaylin?
Kaylin.
Kaylin. Okay, that's I always heard Coach say that, and I kind of stuck with me. So I just want to make sure I wasn't, mispronouncing your name. So anyway, what we asked everybody so far is the 12 hours from now, or a little bit more than that, you guys are going to be getting on a bus, and you're going to be heading down to Indianapolis. Is that sunk in that you guys are getting ready to play for the state championship game?
Just barely. I'm so excited to go, but it's still so unreal.
Opportunity that, you got to feel the support that you've gotten from the community. Do you think that, has it sunk in the amount of support and also the what this has meant to everybody in the community, or do you think that's something that's going to come as time goes on?
I have realized how much the community has come together, and I'm so thankful for that. But I think it'll fully sink in more a couple years from now, and I'll realize just how much they were involved.
Yeah, that's what Andy and I have talked. It's one of those things. Even with the '79 team, here it is, 2016, and I mean everybody talks about them. I've got a customer in Fort Wayne that is like, Argos. I remember that team, and that was just they went to Fort Wayne and played semi-state, and he was there. He watched those games and followed that team. Even from he lives in Ohio, so the amount of support you guys have gotten, we've gotten emails and stuff from people. They're watching us and California and Tennessee and Iraq and
Wow.
all over the world. And it's just got to, it'll take some time to really sink in with you guys. But this is something special that you guys are doing, and we appreciate you guys taking us on this ride. Have you guys had a scouting report on Jack Sendell, and what do you look for out of the Lady Eagles?
We haven't got a scouting report yet. We'll get that on the bus ride tomorrow. But Coach said that they're fast and they're strong, but they lack height, which we do have. So hopefully that'll be to our advantage.
Yeah, that's the one thing. I did watch part of the game that they had last week with Vincent Rivet. They start 5'6", 5'7", 5'8", 5'4", 5'8". So they're not real tall, but obviously they're quality players. They've gotten this far. They beat the #1 team in the state.
Mm-hmm.
But it's got to give you, as a 6'2" post player, it's got to give you a little bit of a feeling inside that, hey, I can maybe make some hay here.
Yeah, it's pretty exciting to be the tallest person out there, and hopefully that'll be to our advantage.
Yep. So you got that in the postseason. You guys, we've talked with Courtney and Val and everybody. The way that you guys have been able to turn all these games into just basketball games has been amazing. You've gone on some of the biggest stages in the state. Crown Point High School last weekend. And just right from the beginning, you guys just went out there and you guys were ready to play, and you just kind of handed it to the Tri-Central team. How do you guys stay loose, and what do you plan to do on Saturday to stay loose?
Well, like when we warm up and stuff, we're usually pretty nervous. Like some of us can't even make any shots. But then by the time it's tip off, we just all relax and the crowd fades away and it's just basketball. And I feel like if we do that this Saturday, that will be fine.
Yeah, we've also told everybody, go down, enjoy it, but you guys are also on a business trip.
Mm-hmm.
You guys, you got a mission in mind that you want to bring home some hardware. So wish you the best of luck, and bring home some hardware here. The community is going to be behind you. They're going to be down there in full throat. And even, I've seen a lot of stuff from, Culver, Plymouth, Triton, everybody in the community, not just Argos, is behind you guys.
I know. It's amazing.
It is an amazing thing. You guys are getting ready to have a little pep rally here, and we're going to film that, and we're going to put all this together on our broadcast here for tomorrow, and it'll be out there for everyone to see. So thanks for taking a minute here for us tonight, and if your sister's not busy, can you send her up for me?
Yeah.
All right. Kaylin, thank you, and best of luck to you down there in Indy.
Thank you.
All right. So.
Okay. Sure.
All right, Kaylin Barlow, the 6'2" senior center for the Argos Lady Dragons, hoping to have a big game here in Indianapolis, being the tallest girl on the floor. Hopefully we can really work the ball around and get some opportunities with that. Looking for her sister Anna. Yeah, here she comes. Everybody's getting ready. Got Big Tucker Thayer and Big Tony Ross down there getting things ready for the pep rally. Community support, once again, is out in full force, and we appreciate everybody. Kind of, been a little bit of a week with the snow and everything, so we do appreciate all the community support that we've had. All right, looks like Andy's getting ready to come back in here. We are joined by Okay. All right, we are joined by junior center, 6 foot-ish, 6'1". Yeah.
About.
Anna Barlow. Anna, I've asked everybody this first, and has it sunk in? You've got a bus coming in a little bit more than 12 hours. It's going to take you guys down to Indianapolis, and when you get there, you're going to be getting ready for the state championship basketball game.
I don't think it's set in for me yet. I'm gonna go try and sleep tonight, and then it's gonna hit me, and I'll be up till 3 o'clock in the morning thinking about it. So
that's gonna be the thing over the next couple nights. I've been just a ball of nerves all week, and I'm not even in the game. I guess it'd probably be easier if I was, because I think once everything starts, it'll be a little bit easier for you. But another thing, the community has just come together and supported you guys tremendously. It's started with the sectionals, obviously, but it just kind of went full throat in regionals and then blew up huge in the semi-state. And I got a feeling it's going to be even bigger come state. So do you have a sense of not only what the community is feeling, but also do you feel the sense of what you guys are doing? Do you think it's sunk in what you guys are doing here?
I don't think the entire team has. Like, the people who really play in almost all of the games, you think, oh my gosh, we're doing this for the community, not only for us. Even if we lose, hopefully we don't, but if we lose, I mean, the community would still be so proud of us. So.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you've made it farther than any team, even the famous 1979 boys team. They made it to the Final Four, but did not make it to the championship game. So you guys have already made history. Looking at the Jack Sandell Lady Eagles, one thing I'll say, win or lose, it's two small public schools, fighting each other. It seems that they're a very similar community. From what I've read, they've got very similar type. About 1,500 people in the town. They've got a strong farming background down there. So win or lose, it doesn't feel I don't know what I'm trying to say. That you go in there and sometimes you get these private schools in there, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And you guys are going to go up against a school very similar in structure to yours. So, it's not going to sting as bad, I guess, if you lose, but let's not try that.
Yeah.
I think that there's I've watched some game film on them, and has Coach said anything to you about Jack Sandell as far as what their keys are or anything like that?
Yes, we've gone over some of the plays that they run, like most of their plays. We've gone over them, so we know who to guard and stuff. We know what type of defense to play. So
seems like you guys have a little bit of an advantage with the height, and I'm hoping we talked with Kaylin that hopefully you guys can take advantage of the height factor. And I think if you continue to play the way you guys have played over the last few months, I really think you guys have a great shot at winning this game.
Well, we're hoping for it. We're just going to go down there and play some Indiana basketball and see how it goes. All
right, so take it all in, enjoy it. When you guys walk into the building the first time, look around, but then when everything starts, it's just another game, and go out there and kick some butt.
Yep.
Bring it home for Argos.
We will.
All right. Thanks, Anna. I appreciate a few seconds of your time here, and we'll talk to you after the game on Saturday with your nice blue ribbon on.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate it. All right. So that was Anna Barlow, and I'm not sure exactly. Everybody else go in? Yeah, if they haven't come up yet. Okay. I don't know who hasn't come up yet. I'll see. All right, so we got a few more people to catch here before the end of this, and they're getting ready for the pep rally and everything. And we might just cut out and maybe do a little video of that. I'm just trying to see what all is going on down here. We're running out of time. They're wanting to start the pep rally here shortly. I'm just going to take a quick break and go check with Andy and see where we're at, what's going on. So hang tight. Be right back. I know what I'll do. I'll play an ad for you. This is the part we cut out when we edit the clips, hopefully. So I got a nice long sports zone here.
Don't settle for second best. The Zone Sports Complex of Northern Indiana is simply the finest facility of its kind, featuring 4 full-length ISSAA hardwood maple basketball courts, as well as a 1/3 court breakout area for individual and group instruction. The Zone's facility has all of your basketball needs, whether it's basketball, volleyball, Soccer, flag football, lacrosse, softball, or baseball, The Zone has it all. Located on the west side of Plymouth, The Zone has all of the bells and whistles that players, family, and friends are looking for. Whether it's watching your favorite team on a large flat-screen TV that features DirecTV with NFL Sunday Ticket, or enjoying free high-speed wireless internet. Or how about frequenting our awesome concession stand, which features Pizza Hut pizza, Hacienda chips and salsa, Hershey's ice cream, and Coke products. You'll quickly discover The Zone is in a league of its own. Like The Zone on Facebook and visit our website at thezonesportscomplex.org. Give us a call, 574-935-3939 today.
All righty, we're just going over a few things with the boss, Tony Ross, on some of our details coming up here for Bankers Life Fieldhouse. Exciting thing that we get to broadcast from Bankers Life Fieldhouse. Thank the folks at the Voice Enterprises, Scott and Dale Mincer, for providing the service for us to show off our Argos Lady Dragons. Got a couple of the girls that have not made it up this way that we'd like to just get a little bit of a snippet of an interview for, so they can record this for prosperity, but may not get it. They're letting the folks in now for the pep rally, so I am going to just turn my mic up, and I'm going to go over and we're kind of work the camera, and we're just going to kind of record everything for you guys so everybody can see this, and we'll cut and edit a few pieces of this and put it in for our pregame. So enjoy the pep rally, and we'll do a few words here after the pep rally is over and close things out and get this all put to bed. So I'll just leave it here, turn it up. Hopefully everybody can hear what's going on. Okay, if you can't see it right now, it's a little bit blurry, but what they're showing is the clip from the movie Hoosiers of when the team went into the Hinkle Fieldhouse at the time. This is actually obviously a fictional team, Hickory, but based off of the 1954 Milan boys basketball team that won state. Milan actually is very, very close to Osgood, where the Jack Sindel Lady Eagles are from. So pretty neat little clip of history. One thing we talked about, the Jack Sindel team, Osgood is a very similar town to Argos, small farming community. And so we wish them luck, too. It's going to be an experience. They've had quite the success over the years in the sectionals. Have not made it to the state championship game since 1978, where they played the Warsaw Tigers and lost that game. So it's been a long time since they made it down there as well. 78 for the girls for Jack Sindel. Argos made it down in 1979 for the boys. And this is the famous scene where they measured the rim and measured the free throw line to make sure it was the same as their gym in Hickory. A little side note, I actually stopped at that gym. It's in Knightstown, Indiana, and had a chance to tour the gym. It is a public facility that's been preserved. Beautiful old gym that's been well preserved. They use it quite readily for different basketball tournaments and different teams. You can rent the gym for weddings. I mean, it's pretty neat, and the experience of being in that gym was pretty awesome. So thanks to Tony Ross. Thanks for the shout out for the Argus voice. Do appreciate that. Our illustrious commentator, Andy Stone, is on the mic down there right now. I know it's kind of hard to hear what's being said. Not the greatest acoustics here in the gym, but I'll shut up now. Give a big shout out on that one to Amy Stone. What they presented them with was a keychain tape measure, and on one side of it was a picture of the state of Indiana, and it says Argos Lady Dragons 2016 state bound. And on the other side of it was their slogan for the year, which is start unknown, finish unforgettable. So pep band, or the pep block, is getting everybody fired up now here. All right, there it is. That is your 2016 Argos Lady Dragons state bound. And I just got to put this out here for Val Rose-Popo. Val, you're just cracking me up, I tell you what. They were walking past us with the banners. You probably saw it just a second ago. And I was making the motion telling her to turn the banner around, and she does a 360. Oh, Val, I love you. You're a hoot. All right. Awesome picture here, all the girls. Coach Teal. We're going to go from left to right. Coach Hollenbaugh. We got Kennedy Binkley, Macy Stricker, Abby Manikowski, Tia Freshour, Bailey Nifong, Samantha Stone, Rachel Kuntz, Coach Teal. Back row is Lexi Vanderweel, Val Rose-Popo. Got Mariah Lineberry, Courtney Dunlap, Shanna Miller, Kaylin Barlow, Anna Barlow, Emily Calhoun, Ashley Dean, and the legendary Coach Eugene Pooch Snyder. Cheerleaders are joining in here, get their due for the support they give us. Got to thank the cheerleaders. Wonderful, wonderful support. Followed us all post-season. So we are going to wrap things up here tonight. We unfortunately didn't get everybody's interview. A few girls here that we missed, but we're going to wrap things up. We're going to leave you with that picture. And next time you'll see those girls in that pose, I'm thinking that they're going to have a nice state championship ribbon around their neck. Sounds good? So we're going to wrap it up here for Andy Stone, Steve Stricker here, and thanks for joining us on our Media Day State Final Preview.